Hello, hello, hello. Hello, and welcome back to the Making Fire podcast. This is a podcast for the first time, one time only, where two besties talk about their favorite TV show, longtime besties talk about their favorite TV show, Survivor. This week, we are recapping again for the first time, episode 1 of Survivor 49. We're here. We're back with live Survivor. Are we not thrilled and excited?
So excited.
Did you not want to be entertained?
I'm having it sort of a hard time locking in because it feels like we sort of already did this sort of many hours ago.
Guys, let us be brave and let us be vulnerable. Mm-hmm. We did sort of record 40 minutes of a podcast a couple hours ago. And unfortunately, a technical issue sort of on my end, mostly on Riverside's end. Our stream, sorry, not to badmouth our platform, but...
No, it has a watermark in the corner.
Oh, it does, you're right. Mostly on Riverside's end, the fact that things couldn't upload. So, unfortunately, not unfortunately for us, because it's more time together.
Yes, and you know what? I just really was hoping we would get to talk about sort of the beginning part of the episode again, and sort of relive that.
If you really think about it, we did not make it that far into the episode the first time. I'm looking at my notes, and we barely, got going, so...
You know what? I'm actually not the most mad about it. I'm glad that it ended when it did the first time. And also, I was sort of gonna have to cut it down a bit anyways. And, he's getting locked back in. He's like, did we not do this already today?
Right.
I think, worse things have happened. And I'm glad that
people are dying.
People are dying, and I'm glad that we sort of had the opportunity to sit down again and really just we're gonna perfect it this time.
And you know what? If that's one thing we do with this podcast is
perfection.
Perfection. Before we get into the dirty details, we did sort of cover, it was a recap. We basically made it through the marooning and then started talking about the tribes, this first step after the marooning.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're sort of rushing through this first part, that's why we've already talked about it, given our reactions. If we miss anything, that's tea. But before we get into the details, Maddie, I have to ask, how are you doing?
I'm doing so good. It does feel funny, talking about the same exact thing that I already did, because it feels less genuine. I don't know. Anyways, this week we're gonna keep it a little more concise. I'm gonna talk about my baking and cooking that I've been up to this week. Huge shout out to TikTok for the recipes that people provide, sometimes their family recipes, these authentic recipes that otherwise I probably wouldn't have access to. And I just prefer little TikTok tutorial recipes to a lot of times written ones where they have their whole life story ahead of just how to sort of do a really basic thing.
Girl, tell me how to bake the damn bread.
Right. So first, we're going to go over 3 things. 1, I made homemade enchiladas this weekend on Friday. Sort of lasted us the whole weekend. It was a whole fun thing. This woman posted her homemade enchilada sauce recipe. It was the most delicious enchilada sauce I've ever had, and I don't know that I can even buy store-bought canned again. So that sort of changed my life, made my house smell so good for multiple days.
I didn't ask you this earlier. Did you go to a specialty market to get any of the ingredients, or did you just go to your normal grocery store?
No, my grocery store had whatever I didn't have, but I had most of the spices already. So,
Got it.
Which was also nice. I didn't really have to buy much for it. So, highly recommend. It was so delicious. 2, I made buffalo cauliflower bites for a little thing I went to this weekend. And you have to have a ranch to dip those in, right? But I don't like store-bought ranch.
I kind of did forget some of what you talked about. Now I'm like, oh.
I don't like store-bought ranch. And TikTok, guess what, has the Wingstop ranch recipe. Some of my favorite ranch ever. So, and if you're wondering, it's going to go ahead and be 1 cup mayo, 1.5 cups of buttermilk, and 1.5 to 2 packets of your ranch seasoning. I went with Hidden Valley because that's what the video had. So good. I don't know that I can buy ranch from the store again. It was so easy to make, and now I just have a whole thing of it. It's so good. 3. I made homemade Pop-Tarts this weekend for my husband Logan's little thing at work that he does on Mondays.
Husband!
There it is again.
Gotta hit all the same jokes.
Gotta hit the points. Anyways, I highly recommend if you are once again on TikTok looking up. I should have looked up his username. I didn't in the meantime. If you just search up the recipe is the song, it's gonna take you to the guy's account. But he made homemade Pop-Tarts. They were sort of more like toaster strudels, but they look like Pop-Tarts. And to go with that, for the filling, I made a homemade strawberry sort of jam situation. And I forgot to mention this on the first time, I even homemade the icing for it and made it pink using the pink filling.
Love that.
And are they not? Act like you're seeing this for the first time. Are they not the
Oh my
cutest
God,
little
those
things?
look amazing. Those look stunning.
They were so good and
I've
so
never
fun.
seen something like that before in my life.
Ever. So, anyways, I highly recommend checking out TikTok for some fun recipe inspiration. And everything has been so just yum lately. I love all these little leftovers. Guys, it is 8:30 p.m. No.
No, yeah.
We're going to get progressively more silly as it goes on.
That's the problem with the late night not late night, but the evening sessions is that we're more fluid. When I record in the morning, I'm a little more like
you're just waking up.
Right.
Right.
At 10 a.m.
Anyways, how are you?
I'm doing great. First of all, I don't think I brought this up, y'all. I have a new wall decor in my bedroom. I'm a little blurry, but if they look crooked to you, don't say anything because that's not how they look in real life. And at some way, something is crooked on my desk that's making it look sort of slanted in the back. So that none of your business. You can also, if you can see the reflection of my computer in the back right there.
Oh,
so
hey.
a peek behind the curtain back there. So that's sort of what's going on. How am I doing? I'm doing amazing, sweetie. I want to talk about Pop Mart. Those who are familiar with Pop Mart, familiar with Labubu's. I think that is the big thing. I just want to say I've been a Pop Mart consumer before the whole Labubu craze this summer. I'm a long time fan. First time caller. Talking about the price sort of gouging. I don't know if gouging is the right word, but the raise in tariffs. I think that is sort of what it comes down to. I went to Pop Mart because I wanted to treat myself to a cute little figurine. My favorites are the Kubos and the Crybabies. I went there looking for Kubos, and again, if you're a Pop Mart fan, this will mean more to you than if you're not. Where are the Kubos? Nowhere to be seen. The Kubos are MIA, y'all. I can only buy them online. And it's kind of upsetting to me because I love those little guys so much, and I can never find them. They did have a new series, but I wasn't really fucking with the new series a little bit, so I kind of just left them there. But then I was like, okay, show me your Crybabies, and they showed me the Crybabies. Why are they like $3 more expensive? I swear they used to be $16.99. Maybe the Kubos used to be $16.99, but either way, $19.99, whether that's $1, $2, $3 jump, $19.99 is too much money to be spending.
Yeah, on something that you don't know what it's going to be that you might already have.
That is my thing. And I swear I unpacked this little friend. Her name is, I swear I have this one. Her name is I'll Bring You a Flower. I think that's a Miley Cyrus song. I'll bring you a flower.
I know. I think it's I can buy myself flowers.
So that's what I got. And I think I do already own her, but all my Crybabies are under my bed all my Pop Mart figures are under my bed right now, so who knows? I guess we'll find out later down the line, but I'm just like, I don't know, that might have to be my breaking point with Pop Mart. If I had more fluid income, more flexible money to spend, I probably wouldn't mind. But when, I said this earlier, when one Pop Mart figure is costing an hour's worth of my labor, girl, like, you have to draw the line somewhere. You have to, at some point, you have to, like, do something about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, girl, there ain't no way Miss I Buy Myself Flowers is worth an hour of my time. So, that's my thing with Pop Mart.
Not to get sidetracked at all, but it came up on my For You page the other day of sort of Disney adults that like to collect the pins. And it kind of gives me the same energy. I don't know how much those typically cost, but they buy so many packs of like to finish their set.
The packs can be really expensive.
And then they're like, oh my gosh, I already have all of these ones. Like, they'll buy like 5
Right.
different packs and they don't get the one they need. I'm like, this feels like the biggest waste of money.
The Disney pins outside the packs, there's like a tier system, and so some of them are cheaper. It's like by a color, if I remember correctly. But yeah, the mystery boxes can be like 35 like they can be really
That's
expensive.
crazy. I've never been into the pins.
I haven't, like, the last couple times I've gone to like Disneyland, I haven't when I was younger and we would go, I was really I was like getting to trade with the cast members was really big. Like I really loved that. And now I'll just buy them if I like them. I don't usually wear like a lanyard of pins to the park anymore, but I like to buy them if I think they're cool.
Love.
So let's get into this episode, y'all. Episode 1 of Survivor 49. I can't believe we're back. Maddie, we shared our thoughts a little bit if we want to do a quick little thought of the overall episode. I think to speak for both of us a little bit, I think our sort of consensus at the moment, and I think probably still for both of us, is that neither of us really had huge issues with this premiere episode. I know that might be a controversial opinion based on what some of the people on the internet are saying. It seems like some people thought this was a pretty boring group of people and a boring episode. But I feel like that's just because season 49 is currently living in the shadow of season 50. I think that's just like the way to look at it at the moment.
I will go as far as to say I really enjoyed the episode. And I liked a lot of the people. I thought they were fun and kooky, and it felt like such a different energy than 48 in a way that I liked. These people do not feel like they're going to be on this sort of power, like loyalty, honesty, morals
ethical,
trip at
yeah.
all. And I think I was really appreciating that, and I was getting really fed up with all the people who are like, oh great, like this season's going to be a bust. I'm like, give it a second.
I know, let it breathe, let it develop. I think this episode had a lot of great. We had a blind side, we had strategy, we got to know pretty much everybody. I felt like this was a good episode for Survivor.
I agree. And this is coming from, I will speak for myself, like I will complain when I want to complain about Survivor. Like,
and trust you will.
we don't hold back our opinions on things, and so I genuinely liked this episode.
I also think it's exciting. I've just been craving Survivor. You know, we did our Heroes vs. Villains rewatch. Everybody go back and if you're looking for some binge viewing, go binge our rewatch of podcast of Heroes vs. Villains. It was fun to do this summer. I think after that, I was really craving new Survivor. And
Same.
I don't know, I was just really excited. Not in a way that my expectations were super high for this season. I was just like, I just want new Survivor. Especially
Same.
because we have an all-star season coming up. I was like, I want to appreciate this new cast while we have it.
Same. Also, I feel like since doing our winner picks, it like makes me even more invested in every single
Right.
episode. Like,
Right.
I highly recommend for any, just like even a casual viewer, just like do a little bit of
Right.
just skim over the Entertainment Weekly article, pick a favorite, and then you have someone to root for, like
Right.
a tribe that you're rooting for.
Like you're going in, you're like, oh, I want this person to do well from the beginning.
And like a tribe, like when they're split into 3, it just feels like there's more stakes to it. It's more exciting.
Right.
So
Right.
I highly recommend that.
Well, let's get into the episode itself. We it's episode 1. The title is Act 1 of a horror film, which is quite intimidating. That's not the word. Infamous? Ominous, I think that's what I was going for. It's quite like, what is this about to be? Because I was like, oh, maybe this is going to be sort of like a horror themed, aesthetic season. Because we had that one, was it 47? That was like bats and
Spooky.
like spooky,
Maybe, yeah.
ish. Not necessarily the vibe for the season of horror, but it's
I love the pirate theme.
I also love the pirate theme. I saw a tweet, now I like to wait to go on Twitter until like we give the podcast, so all the opinions are like my own. But I had to go on Twitter today. I was just like bored at work, and somebody brought up a good point that was like, I do love the pirate theming, and I really will get there later in the episode. The Tribal Council set is quite stunning.
Insane.
But I'm like, I wish they just did the theming more. Like, give me piratey names. Give me like, I don't know what I'm necessarily asking for, but like, give me a more pirate vibe. You know what I mean? Like, implement in the challenges. Give me more like themed. You don't have to do like full Big Brother set pieces like this, but I'm like, give me like pirate aesthetics at the challenge sets. You know what I mean?
I agree, and I think we've discussed this every season, really, in this new era. These tribe names need some work, and I think it could be a really fun way to like tie in the theme. Yeah,
I agree. I think that's a perfect way to just like start that process.
Make them jump off the ship again.
Right, the actual marooning, like actual
walk the plank.
Walk the plank off into your tribe camp. But yeah, I think it's Jawan that gives us opening quote. That's the quote of the episode, and it's the opening quote for the season. Act 1 of a horror film is making it day by day. Act 2, that's when you get up to flip the script. Alex gets the first full confessional this season, which is exciting. It's just him talking about his job, which we get a lot of this episode, a lot of sort of, this is what I do for work and how it's going to help me in this game, which we know is my favorite thing. I'm being sarcastic. I don't necessarily love all that, but yes, I feel like you could do it. Like, it's not honestly, your job's not special. I'm sorry, but
be tasteful.
I'm a librarian, and that's really going to help me in this game. A big part of my job is remaining quiet and knowing when to step in and help people if they need help, and really observing and gathering information. And that's what I'm going to apply to this game. My job as a fry cook at McDonald's, like, I have to be on top of it. It's busy. Things are happening 24/7, and I have to know when to pay attention. I have to work with a team. I have to know when to put myself first. Like, I can do it for any job. Give me a job and I'll do it. Like,
when you inevitably get on Survivor someday, I think you need to sort of lean into that and just like make up a career as you go, and then just be
each episode, like Debbie from Go Wrong, which it was a different job. My job is a zookeeper. I just work with animals all day long. I'm used to the jungle. Like, girl, shut up. I don't care. I'm sorry, but I don't care. But that we get a lot of that this episode. Sorry not to call Alex out specifically. It happens from a lot of people. Specifically, Jake, we learn he is a former Chippendales of the Australia.
Sure.
I mean, hey, that's what he says. We learn a lot. We get a lot more clear information from Jake this episode. This is something we focused on a lot, not to keep referencing that long lost episode from this morning. But Maddie and I talked in again, watch it if you didn't, our cast assessment video from last week. We talked about how Jake, in his Entertainment Weekly article, very, what was the word again? Ominously. Thank you.
Title of that.
Ominomously ominously was like, this will be the last season of Survivor my dad ever watches.
And we were like, what
what
are you planning on doing to your dad?
I know, like, what is going on? Find out that his dad has, say it with me,
glaucoma.
Oh my god. And all the pieces are coming together.
Yes.
Not like they went together for Rizzo in a whole different way.
And you know what? Right. It's definitely sad we're not making light of that, but we thought this was sort of a better outcome than what I had in mind after reading the article.
Yes.
I felt like Dad was no longer going to be on Earth, sort of
right.
deal.
And that was what was, I feel like, implied.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's what I got from that.
And you know what? That's on him for leaving room for the imagination.
He could have just been specific. One thing Maddie and I are going to use is our imagination. Thank you. So we start the marooning. That's where we hear they're on the mats. Jake shares about his dad. We get a confessional from RIZGOD himself, the Riz God. What did I say earlier? I said the platonic. I said Riz God, Rizzo. I'm attracted to you. I'm attracted to you, not in a romantic way, but in a platonic way, in the sense that you and I in a past life picked apples from Papa's orchard.
Yes.
That's what I said. That's a TikTok meme, but that's how I feel about him. I'm like, I want to be your friend.
Right. I think we were even saying, I think he would fit in so well sort of on this podcast. Like, I think we would love to hang out with Rizzo. After this episode alone and reading his sort of preseason interview thing,
right?
We're fully obsessed. He is our RIZGOD.
RIZGOD, we are obsessed with you. Fully a man who's unafraid to cry. He's 25 years old. Maddie and I said earlier that I was like, he fully looks 19. No shade.
Yeah.
Like, glowing skin, darling.
And we need more Gen Z representation on Survivor. I think we need more than just like one token Gen Z sort of character.
Right.
Because I feel like if we had the numbers, imagine what that would look like.
We'd run the world. Have you seen sorry, not to keep bringing up TikTok. The girl, she was like in her car and it was like satire, but she was like, "Dear conservatives and like Gen X, we Gen Z are not gonna put up with Jimmy Kimmel being Jimmy Kimmel. I stand with all Gen Z, and we are on a mission. Go to every boba shop you can. I
reposted this.
And did you?
Yeah.
And have them put your name down as Jimmy, and we will turn the page. And then obviously Jimmy Kimball's now back on the air, and did you see the second one she posted?
Yes. Yeah.
I just lived. That was so funny.
I loved all the comments that are like, "We are Jimmy.
We are Jimmy."
And if they would put like a picture of like all the minions in the crowd, "We are Jimmy."
I love the boba shop. Go into your nearest boba shop and tell them to make
it was
it
like
out for
an
Jimmy.
Order of milk tea.
Right.
Order it for Jimmy.
Order it for Jimmy. No, we had also said earlier in our long lost episode that we would bring back again a reoccurring theme Maddie and I brought up since day one of this podcast. Bring back theming in Survivor. Hopefully in the new 50s, in the 50s of Survivor.
Ew,
we bring back
the
cast
50s feels like
isn't that crazy?
The fact that there's gonna be seasons post season 50s like blowing my. I guess I hadn't even considered that until sort of this moment.
I know.
Anyways, yes.
Get a perfect theme would be like Gen X versus Millennials versus Gen Z.
Please, like the Gen Z, I cannot
just
imagine.
You don't have to do that whole title, Survivor 53, Gen X versus Millennials versus Gen Z. Literally, just do Battle of the Generations.
Right.
Survivor Battle of the Generations.
Whole tribe of Gen Z people would be my favorite.
Nothing is getting done. Nothing is getting done.
Cannot imagine like what it would sound like them sort of talking like.
Oh girl, the casuals on Facebook would be like, what the hell are they even talking about?
Well, this actually comes up later in the episode because when Rizzo gets are you gonna quote it?
No, you can quote it.
Okay.
I didn't have it written down.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you did. Anyways, when Rizzo decides to be the one to go on the sort of journey challenge thing after the marooning challenge, and he's like, if there's a puzzle, we're cooked. And then later at camp while he's off, I think it was Sage, she was asking someone on her tribe, she's like, he said that if there was a puzzle, we're cooked? And they were like, yeah, that means bad. Like, he's not gonna do well. But he said
I'm
we're
sorry.
cooked.
No, that would be me. I'd be like, no, like your mother, like I'm not your mother. No.
You know what? The single Gen Z representation that continues to happen, it sort of reminds me of like the Traitors, how they're going to cast one single drag queen.
Right.
on Survivor, we can only have one Gen Z.
We're only allowed one Gen Z, one drag queen. God help us if it's both. But yeah, so we are big fans of RIZGOD, and we're so excited for Rizzo. Jason admits to the cast on the map that he is the alternate for the season. They're really going in. I saw press today. Jeff also sort of expanded. Well, I don't think he expanded more, but he really went in more and like emphasized the fact that we had to get rid of people because they were cheating. Like they would not stop talking to each other, to the point where the Ponderosa crew reached out to production, like the executive producers, and were like, you guys need to do something about this because it's getting to a point. And apparently the two people were like really disrespectful to the producer or to the crew after about it. Like the producers went in and were emphasized. They were like, do not talk. And they were like really rude about it, the people. And so, like, can you imagine being that close to like this dream or this adventure and you can't do it because you're a yapper? You're a certain. That's where the Gen Z representation went.
Yeah, maybe. I was sort of wondering about this because, yeah. So Jason, that's his name, right? Brings it up, but then like makes it seem like more of an announcement. But would the other cast members not have already like put 2 and 2 together that this was an alternate?
Think so, because I think they're all together. I think even the alternates are all together at Ponderosa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't like the alternates know they're alternates, but the cast doesn't know who the alternates are.
Got it.
Because people have talked about in the past. I was just listening to the Survivor 47 people, the RHAP, Rock has a podcast doing their Survivor 50 files. I'm going through and listening to those, and I listened to the episode from the Survivor 45 people. Liz, Hunter, and Ben talked about Charlie, Tiff, and Q. And Liz was talking about Rachel Lamont, who won Survivor 46.
I think
Survivor 47.
I think she was 47.
Survivor 48, that was last season. Who won last season? We'll just do it that way.
Kyle.
Who won season? And Rachel was before that, I think.
Yeah.
Rachel. 45 was D. 46 was Kenzie. Oh, yeah, so they were 46. Yeah, 46, and then 47 was Rachel. I don't know. Sorry. My brain. Anyway, Liz was talking about how Rachel was their alternate. And so they all knew Rachel wasn't at that point because Rachel didn't go on the island, and then Rachel ends up going back for 47.
Okay.
So like the cast knows, obviously they're gonna know who the alternate is once the things. Anyway, so Jason knew, they knew, or they didn't know specifically that he was an alternate. So him announcing it to them, I think, put that together.
Okay.
We get a message from Sage. We learn a lot about Sage's bathroom habits this episode. We learn that she pees when she gets excited, and she apologizes if anybody saw her butt off of the boat as she had to pee because she was so excited to start the game. This is where we also learn Jake's dad has glaucoma. And my mom and I watched this episode together, so we have a couple notes from her periodically throughout the episode. My mom hard claims she does not like Jake. She's not a Jake fan.
Hey, fair enough. I have some things that I have maybe one thing that I do like, but we'll get there. Maybe.
We'll get there. My mom, her quote also, she says that the Yellow Tribe, little did we know, she said the Yellow Tribe was going to go to every tribal unless there's a rocket building challenge, because she was just like, this tribe looks so, which I think is a fair claim to make. Visually, you're like, I don't know if I would have assumed this was going to be like the winning tribe this episode. But my mom was betting on them losing, unfortunately. We get a little Survivor montage, which I really like. It's of like a lot of past Survivor players, and this is where Jeff gives his like pre-game speech, like right before the game starts, before they actually like, you know, split into the marooning challenge. I think it might be cringy to some people, but I really do like this moment as sort of the entryway into the season. In the past, they've talked about, you know, community being a really centered thing, you know, togetherness, working with people, but this season a lot of focus on individuality, and to pursue victory you need to be an individual. So I wonder how that narrative will sort of run through the season. We'll see how that plays out.
I love an individual, more cutthroat game, and I'm really hoping we get that.
And maybe they're building that up now to lead into Survivor 50. Who knows? Who knows what tea is? Who knows what tea is?
Who knows?
Let's get into these tribe divisions here. So we have the Ulu tribe, which is our red tribe, that has Rizgod, Jawan, Savannah, Sage, Nate, and Shannon. The Hina tribe, which is Christina MC, Jason, Steven, Matt, and Sophie S. And then the Kila tribe, which is Nicole, Jake, Alex, Sophie B, Jeremiah, and Annie. And that's our blue tribe, and Hina is our yellow tribe. I said this earlier, I'm going to say it again because God knows I'm going to keep getting confused. We spend a moment talking about the large amount of S names there are this season, specifically with the women. I have to apologize to white women across America listening to this podcast. I cannot tell the difference between Shannon, Sophie S, and Sage. I literally am like, you all look the same to me.
And didn't we... No, first of all, completely... True. And weren't there like 9 people on this cast and like 7 women who have S names or something?
It was, let's see, so Savannah, Sage, Shannon, Sophie, and Sophie. So 5 of 9 women have S names.
Okay.
So over 50%. But then you add Steven in there, and so that's 6 of 18, which is a whole tribe. That's 33% of the people.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Maybe
not. Anyways, way too many S names, and
a lot of S names.
Having 2 Sophies on a season is criminal.
Also criminal, and we have a lot of J's and Sophie make up 90% of the cast. J's and Sophie, J and S's, Jawan, Jason, and Jeremiah. Oh, and Jake, more than 50%. We got 4 J's and 6 S's.
Come on, casting. I need sort of these numbers to dwindle down fast. Right. But unfortunately, that isn't even the outcome of this episode.
Start the anti-J and S alliance. Y'all. Yeah. Get out of here. We start the marooning challenge. It's a pretty normal go-to marooning situation. We have the tribes break up into pairs. So we have one pair that races into the jungle to get heavy crates. We have another pair that swims out to a boat to obtain crates. And then a third pair that uses those crates to build a cube puzzle. Once the puzzle is finished, they have to stand on top of the cube, get a mallet, and hit a gong. Mm-hmm. Pretty, I think, normal go-to marooning challenge. And the first tribe to ring the bell gets their tribe supplies, gets some pot. I almost said get some pot, some rice, and some flint. Sorry, not some. Gets a pot, some rice, and flint.
That would be a crazy marooning reward.
It's been a long day. Okay. So yes, they get their normal tribe supplies. Keela falls back pretty quickly. Annie is unable to really lift the crate, and it sort of falls back from there. Hina is the first tribe to get to their puzzle, and they finish the puzzle, hit the bell before anybody else finishes the puzzle. It's a very clear win for them. Mm-hmm. And thanks to MC, your winner pick.
Thanks to MC.
She had a really standout moment here at the challenge.
Yes. I wish we could... Well, I was going to say I wish we could have heard more from her this episode, but I'm glad that she was...
No, she's going to get her...
Her tribe didn't need to be in the spotlight.
No, she's getting her Genevieve at it. Just you wait. Just you wait. Just you wait. Keela and Uli are... Girl, these Survivor pisses me off with these tribe names. I'm sorry. Reba, Keela, Uli, Ukulele. Keela and Uli need to pick people from their tribes to send on a journey. Rizzo kind of volunteers for Ule, and Alex ends up going for Keela. Mm-hmm. And they go on their journey.
And it's also the start of the bromance between Alex and Jake.
Alex.
Yeah.
And trust, we'll get there. A couple of fruit baskets, we'll get there. Y'all, I can say that I know gay people, okay? I have gay friends.
You know them.
I know them, trust and
You know of them.
I know of them, not personally. I wouldn't say they're my friends. I follow a couple gay people, not because I want to. They just shove it down my throat.
Constantly.
I'm like, girl, I get it. Like, I kiss girls. I'm sorry that you guys don't.
Yeah. Yes.
Girl, I get it.
Keep it to yourself, though.
Trust me, me and friend get it. We get it. Thank you.
That's your girlfriend.
That's my girlfriend. I'm telling you, Maddie, people are starting shipping us together.
Right? All of those TikTok comments sort of
All
doing
of those
that.
TikTok comments shipping us. And this is where we sort of insert a picture of us together. That picture of us after Harvey where I hover my hand.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to find that. Or if you have it, send it to me.
Maybe. I don't. We'll see what I can find. We'll see. So, post-challenge, we go to the winning Hina tribe, which is exciting for them. They're sort of building up. And this is sort of where everything went to shambles last round. I made the mistake of comparing Steven to... is Steven the other guy, the guy's name?
No, it was Michael.
Oh, Michael and Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Steven? The guy in Survivor.
Yeah.
It's all coming full circle, yeah. Look up Michael on TikTok. He does the Wordles. That's who Steven looks like.
Michael, like DiCostanza? Not totally sure.
And then we went down a whole rabbit hole, guys. We're gonna cut it short. We're gonna throw that bad omen out the window. Leaving it at that.
I have to say though, even though we've sort of like picked up the pace a little bit from last time, we've only saved like 5 minutes.
And honestly, we probably haven't even saved 5 minutes because there was a lot we had to cut out, I feel like, the last time. So it's probably just about the same amount of time.
Which is crazy.
Sorry, y'all. I'm a yapper. It's really bad. I'm sorry.
No, that's why we have a podcast.
So true. And you guys are choosing to listen to us.
Mm-hmm. And we have to, this is sort of your outlet. So, you know, you don't have to like talk your mom or something.
Oh, and trust, I still do. Trust, and I still do. Christina, also important, we learned that Steven has hearing aids.
Yes.
And it's sort of an important moment. The tribe starts asking him about it. And we learn, it's really gag worthy. I'm sorry, but imagine going 20 years without knowing you're hard of hearing.
That is so sad.
I know. And then he got it, and he was like, he was telling a story to Christina and them, and was like, oh my god, like, I just could hear everything.
He's like, I could hear colors.
Like, that's crazy.
What a life-changing thing. That must have felt so good, though.
I bet you overstimulating, too. Like, suddenly you're like, oh my
like,
god.
Hey, everyone, let's take it down a level.
And that's why I could not have been. And you know what? They kind of set him up. We putting Christina on his tribe. Christina, she is winning the Ija Bowl wars. The Ija Bowl. I just busted out laughing. Christina is a laugher. She's a giggler. She's a yapper. She's a very intent listener. And I was worried about Christina going into this because she very clearly wants to compare herself to Sari. Mm-hmm. But the editors and producers are playing along with that. They are giving her the Sari edit.
Yeah.
We get a montage of her being scared of nature. We learn that she has an extreme phobia of birds, which is so valid. I'm sorry. So valid.
She's just a city girl.
She is just a city girl, and I love that for her.
Having a little adventure. She's so
love that
funny.
For her. She is really funny.
If I was
really
on a tribe with
sweet.
her, I would be laughing right along with her.
I would be too. Hey. If it's funny, it's funny. Even if it's not, like...
I would actually hope that we weren't put on the same tribe because I think everyone else would be, like, sick of us.
Oh, you know that I'd be cutting up with her.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Kila tribe, our blue tribe here. I have to say... I'm sorry. I have to stand. Jeremiah... is too good. I'm already like the television that is about to be produced from this man.
Yes.
I'm sorry. The first confessional we get from him, the first line, maybe not the first, but the first at this point of the episode, he says, I'm really into astrology. I want to be the first male Taurus to win Survivor. That had me cackling.
And you know what? I'm seeing too much hate for him already online because he is our diva, and like I need everyone else to get
Y'all are ready for the
it.
diva off that is about to occur from Jeremiah. I am sorry, but the way I think so the line itself is funny. Out of context is funny. But what makes it 100% funnier is the way he was dead ass serious. Dead serious. Jeremiah, I'm obsessed with you in a way that needs to be studied. I need you to be on 40 other seasons of Survivor, get you on the Traitors, put you on Big Brother too while you're at it. I think you are so funny, and I only have known you for 2 hours. Like, I genuinely am like, keep this man on my TV for the next 3 months. And I'm not joking either.
I know. And I just love how he's not trying to be funny with it, and it makes it
No.
so much funnier. I need him and Sophie to become enemies. I think
Right.
they would have the craziest diva offs.
Oh my god, I just Jeremiah, I wasn't expecting this from you, Diva. Like I truly
He was
and I
this
bet
close
you
to being my winner pick, by the way.
yeah, he was on my list too. He was also one of my picks for winner pick. But
Yeah.
this is also I'm like, I didn't even know you were diva like that. Like I
No.
didn't even and that was from Maddie and I. Again, we don't listen to any interviews, we don't listen to any podcasts. We just read the E-Weekly article. Thank you, Dalton Ross. We read that one article and then give our thoughts.
Yeah.
If I knew Jeremiah was gonna be this diva down, oh girl, that would have boosted you up a couple spaces. I'm sorry.
Sorry we doubted you, Queen, actually.
This is Queen, I'm sorry. Get you on the pod. Get on the Making Fire podcast because we have some tea we need to spill. I'm sorry, but get this tattooed on me. I'm really into astrology. I want to be the first male Taurus to win Survivor. It's so deeply unserious to me, but also fully 100% serious at the same time.
I
Like
think
I don't
you
know
should
what to
get
tell
that
you.
tattoo, especially because you're not a Taurus. So I think that makes it even funnier.
It's even better. It's the male Taurus for me. It's specifically like I need to, and then he follows that up with I want people to think I'm really ditzy, which
I think
I
is
don't
not
think
going to be a
try very
problem.
hard. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. He does give smart energy. Like he doesn't necessarily get again. Like he says funny things, but I don't. He gives Elle Woods energy. I feel like that's what I'm getting from him. I'm getting Elle. Oh, he says that too, doesn't he? Didn't he say that his favorite? His favorite.
Yes,
like,
yes.
I think he did say that.
He said, yeah.
Fully gives Elle Woods full like 100%. I've never seen somebody compare themselves to something so clearly. Fully gives Elle Woods. That's who he gives.
Yes.
I don't get dumb energy from him. So I think
No.
portraying ditzy will be easy, but I don't get dumb energy from Jeremiah.
Not at all. I'm obsessed.
Nicole does immediately assume Jeremiah is gay, and that's how I knew this tribe was about to be a mess. That's how I knew the next hour and a half of this episode were going to be messy from the Keela tribe. It was so funny.
This tribe is so messy.
So messy. Why, can we talk about this real quick? Why does Annie look like she has permanent eyeshadow on? Did you see that?
Oh,
she has like
the
glitter
glitter
on her eye. Yes, I was like,
didn't
what is
think
this
that.
about?
Maybe it's waterproof.
Maybe waterproof and never comes off.
Right. Okay, speaking of makeup, Savannah's mascara sort of like progressively running throughout the episode. I was like, I'm sorry, David, that you do not have a mirror.
The
But-
girls put on their full beat for the marooning.
And
little
someone
did they
should
know
have
what was
told
about to
her,
happen. Somebody
Hey, it
should
looks like
have.
you've been crying a little.
Well, who knows what's been going on. Anyway, yeah, Nicole, this is going to be a messy tribe. Nicole assuming Jeremiah is gay, and Jeremiah being like,
Why would you assume that?
not me. Not me. Y'all stay safe, though.
You're just gonna assume about other people. Oh.
Right. Nicole doesn't know how she's going to survive this, and spoiler alert, she doesn't have to wonder for long.
I'm actually sad about this.
I am really sad about that. I was really excited for Nicole, and I thought she would have been a nice, messy person to have on this season, and I would have loved that. We were getting sort of a Sophie montage early in this marooning, and I was not getting it. I was like, ooh, I'm getting bad energy from this. I'm getting like bad overplaying energy from it. I was like, oh, she's already she's like talking with everybody and making a final three with Alex and Jake, and Alex isn't even there.
Concerning too, because immediately off the bat, Jake is telling her that Alex, before he's even had a conversation with him, that's
Right.
his number one. He's not
That
going to
would have
commit to
been-
Sophie. I would have been like, oh, right, pivot, because I'm
Right.
instantly not.
Right. And we may not have gotten a lot of screen time from your winner pick, Miss MC, but I'm not feeling great about Sophie, unfortunately. I'm getting very like probably like last pre-merger. She's getting
a
merchatory
lot
boot.
of screen time.
She is. She's giving merchatory boot to me. We'll have to see, and I'm gonna manifest good energy for her, my winner pick. But we'll have to see. The Umi tribe now, we hop over to the Red tribe, and Savannah says that this is very clearly the Vibes tribe. We're very clearly like in our aura, one might say.
I think I would have the worst time on this tribe, I have to say. I think I would hate it.
let's get there later when we really get into the details of this red tribe later. But Umi, that's a singer, Umi. Savannah is keeping her job hidden as a reporter yet again. IDGAF, that'd be me if I cared. I don't. Nick is also minimizing his job experience. He's lying about being a full producer, which
Nick.
I feel like I can understand from Nick's perspective, because a little bit more if he, in the sense that I don't want people to know how much money I have.
Yes.
That I can understand a little bit. And I think that's why he does it a little bit. Maybe like he doesn't. I think telling people you're telling people you're a producer could be a little scary on a reality TV program.
Yes.
Knowing how to like
I would
exploit
definitely
the system.
I would keep that.
So
on
I
the
can
DL.
understand that, but for a strategic, he's not doing. So Nick, I can understand a little bit more. Savannah, Steven, or not Steven. Who was the other one? I can't
Nick.
remember. I just said yes, Nick. Thank you. Is that right?
I think yeah.
Sure. Oh, sure.
I actually, when I took a note of him
Nick,
later, I
his name
just
is
called him
Nate.
bro. Oh, Nate.
His name is. Why did I write Nick? His name is Nate, right?
I don't know. I put bro.
I think it's Nate. I don't think it's Nick. Sorry, Nate. Will you double check that for me while I'm talking?
Yes.
I'll keep going with my notes. You double check his name is Nate. Sage is talking about her experiences. Mind you, she burps mid-confessional.
Ew. Oh.
And the producer is like, do you want to stop? And she was like, no, I just burped. I'm sorry, but that was a little funny for me. It was very serious for her. Finishing her thought was very serious.
Also, it's Nate.
That's what I thought. Hopefully I didn't keep writing Nick. If I keep saying Nick, make sure to correct me, because I might just... Mm-hmm. I don't know if I kept writing Nate or Nick, but... Sage, it burps me confessional. She's talking about her and Shannon are soul sisters. What?
I think another confusing thing might be, it probably won't come up as much because last names aren't shown as much, but Nate's last name is Moore and so is Alex's.
Love that for us. Love that for us.
I was like, wait, what are their names? Yeah, so there's a lot of crossover on the names this season.
Mm-hmm. A lot. They were not very creative in that department this season. Shannon's doing a lot of strategic talking with people, a lot of opinions about people on the Umi tribe. And my mom confessional, she says, how about you spend one night with them first before worrying about who you're allying up with? Like, how about you just sleep next to these people before you make all these full commitments?
What if they snore and then you're stuck next to them
for the whole rest game, because you decided day one that was going to be your day one? Mm-hmm. Girl.
Good point, Holly.
Thank you, Holly. Get her on the pod. The journey. Let's get to the journey, people. Sort of a fun battle. This is different than what we've seen before. We've yet to have this one. No sweat or savvy for these kings.
Oh, it was so nice. I really liked this. Or like, if we're gonna have another challenge, this sort of setup, I like this more.
Rizzo and Alex are here to play. They're battling for their camp supplies. Pretty, again, simple challenge. There are coconuts spread out all over this peninsula, and there's 10 for each of them that have their tribe emblem on it. You have to get your coconuts, open them up to get puzzle pieces, solve the puzzle, chat, we're cooked, and make a map of where this wheel is hidden. Then you have to go find the X marks the spot, dig up the wheel, and use the wheel to raise your mast. Raise your yeah. And that's the simple challenge. I realized that I think this is the edge of Extinction Island. I'm going to only assume that because of the flag being raised, and that's sort of the point of Edge of Extinction. But I don't remember what that island looks like. I only just remember that it was sort of there was a mast on it. So maybe they moved the mast to a different island. I don't know. This challenge starts sort of in favor of Alex very quickly. Was Alex in jeans?
Oh, maybe.
He was definitely in pants. I don't know if they were like slacks or if they were like...
Yeah.
I don't know, the khakis. Maybe they were like a khaki type of material. Anyway, Alex is racing around in pants. He very quickly gets all of his coconuts, and Rizzo is gassed. He admits it. He's like, I can't keep up with this guy.
Chat, we're cooked.
Cooked. Chat, we are cooked. Alex is done basically with his whole puzzle before Rizzo has even started opening up coconuts.
This was really hard to watch.
It was hard. I was like, wow, this is going nowhere. Like, I can't believe this man. Rizzo talked a long talk. He said I don't think I said this at the beginning of the season. We sort of got caught off guard praising Riz God himself. Rizzo really wants to be one of the Survivor greats. He really would love to show off this season and be one of the best to play the game. And so to go from talking like that to then really flopping this challenge
I just
was sort of heartbreaking.
I need him to sort of lock in a little bit more.
Right.
And like, I don't want to say it felt like he wasn't, it felt like he was selling himself short on his puzzle abilities.
Right.
Like, it felt like he thought that he was bad at puzzles, and then he just sort of was not giving his full 100% on it.
That's what I thought too. I was like, I think a big part of this, I know a big part of Survivor is the mental sort of fortitude. If you go into something saying you're bad at it, because you're basically you're setting yourself up for failure, and you're setting yourself up for the fact that you are fine if you fail.
You lost half the battle already.
Right. And I'm like, girl, just go in confident. Just go in like, okay, I can do this. Hype yourself up, because you can do it. Sorry, Rizzo, this is a children's puzzle. Like, you can figure it out. I pinky promise you. It does not help that Rizzo sort of didn't realize one of his coconuts was not open. So he didn't have a handful of pieces, which was making it difficult for him, even more difficult on top of his inability to begin with. Rizzo starts fully copying, but not just copying. He starts bringing the pieces from his puzzle over to Alex's completed puzzle to try to put it together.
Yeah.
He's still sort of not doing great.
There's a lot of lollygagging going on.
A lot of lollygagging. And he's very happy the whole time. He's keeping a high spirit to the camera. He's being silly.
Lots of talking to himself in third person.
Talking to himself to the camera. At one point, he comes back over. So Alex, mind you, all this is happening. Alex cannot find the wheel. Like, he's struggle bus. You think the struggle bus is Rizzo on the puzzle? No, Alex cannot figure out where the wheel is. So at one point, Rizzo is fully at Alex's puzzle and is comparing pieces. Alex comes over and hunches over the puzzle so Rizzo can't see. Goes back out, and Alex, he still can't find it. Rizzo comes back, goes back to the puzzle, and is like, okay, well, I'll just continue doing what I was doing. Long time no see. Like, I'll figure it out. It's okay.
It's funny that I feel like Alex couldn't risk, like, destroying his puzzle because he still felt like he needed it.
Yeah, he definitely still needed it.
Which is, looking at it, it was very clearly between two logs.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Hey.
I wasn't there.
If you can't beat him, copy off of him.
Right.
And that's what I'll say. Rizzo finally finishes the puzzle, figures out where it's buried, and he starts literally using his whole body to get the sand. He's pushing it with his back.
With his
using
head.
His legs. He's using his head. He's using his arms and hands. He's doing anything. And it gets to the point where he's like, there is nothing here. And he keeps digging until finally he feels something hard in the sand.
It was pretty deep in the sand.
It was
to give
deep,
Alex a little bit of credit.
But it looks like Alex had dug for a while. I'm like, I don't know. But you have to fully just commit to the bit at that point. Like, if you're digging a hole, keep digging the hole, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they have to, it's not like it's a little bean bag or a little flag pulling it from the ground. Like, it's a giant
easy
ship.
to find once you get there.
Right, but it's also like they have to bury it. Like, you can't just put that 3 inches under the sand. Like, you need to, like, get it in there, you know?
Yeah.
So Rizzo finds the wheel before Alex says later in the episode, I think he had probably like a 15-minute head start, and he still could not find it. Rizzo finds it. He brings it to the flag, and he raises it, and he wins tribe supplies for his tribe.
Hey, and never give up, people.
Never surrender and never what? Never surrender, never what?
I think it's never back down, never
back down, and never what? Y'all, that's straight man culture. I'm sorry. Oh. I've lost. Straight man culture. I'm sorry, I'm not too familiar with it. Okay, kill me.
Oh, I thought you were.
Kill me.
Oh.
Wait, what? So yeah, Rizzo gets it, and it's a really good moment. He has a very emotional response to this. He was like, I wanted to have my Survivor moment, and to have it here within the first episode, within the first couple hours of being here. He says, I wish I could hug myself, but that is weird. So we didn't really talk about I guess we did. We talked about Gen Z representation.
He is a certified yapper, by the way.
He is. Oh, get him on this podcast. Like, y'all aren't ready.
No.
Yeah, he's...
Have you seen any discourse about RIZGOD? Because I haven't. I don't know if other people are loving him as much as we are.
No, I think people are turning. I think there was the vibe people were not... Because the confessional... The opening confessional from the Survivor 48 finale, when they showed the trailer for Survivor 49, and he has that confessional, he's like, I am Rizzo, the RIZGOD certified Riz God, or whatever he says. I know that turned a lot of people off. A lot of people were like, this man is a freak. Like,
it is hard to sort of give us that out of context.
Right.
Without the well, not that has any context, really, but like
right.
without more of his
like knowing
personality.
him. Like, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that turned a lot of people off, and then I didn't know what the vibe was during cast reveal and sort of leading up to the season, because I sort of avoided all of the because prepping for our own cast assessment, I didn't want to form opinions about anybody prior.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what the vibe was once people got the more context about who he was as a person. But it seems like after this first episode, there are a lot. Again, it may just because it's favorable to my sort of feed, and that I like Rizzo, that a lot of the people that I'm seeing online are like, oh my god, I love Rizzo. Like, I have to stan him.
Can you make a Rizzo edit for the TikTok?
Oh, for sure. Maybe I have to be Rizzo updates. I'm sure there's already Rizzo updates. You gotta hop on that train. You have to hop off minutes after the cast was revealed. People be making update accounts.
True.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, Rizzo has a very emotional moment, and we're so happy for him. I'm so happy. Umi tribe, we go back. Back with our bathroom talk. We learned that Sage loves poop.
Okay.
Period. Very pink flamingos. Divine the drag queen, if we're familiar. Where she... I was about to get TMI, but... I'm going to choose not to, so Maddie doesn't have anything out. But look up, if you want to learn sort of Divine, her relationship with poop, Pink Flamingo, look up that movie. It's sort of a cult classic movie, directed by John Waters, creator of Hairspray, amongst other things. So...
Okay.
Look that up for that context. Nick says that Nate. There we go. I wrote Nick for the whole episode. Okay. Sage likes poop, and Nate says that, Sage is cool, but she says what's on her mind, and that might not be the best quality to have in a ally.
No,
it can be sort of give or take.
She seems great. And this is just like a me thing. I think if I were on her tribe, I would be losing my patience. But maybe she needs another silly person around. I think this is my problem.
True.
This tribe has a lot of characters. Like, they have RIZGOD and then Sage, and then sort of most of the other people are like different.
Right.
I think mostly I do need to say that I don't think I would love being on a beach with Shannon. I think I would
We'll get there. We're gonna get there. Pinky promise.
And I'm so sorry. Hey, I'm sure she's great. It's just a me thing.
It is just
I mean,
a me thing.
It hasn't come up. I don't think it didn't come up in the episode, but the whole like remembering being in the womb thing, I'm not going to get over that.
I think that's gag worthy. Like, I truly am like, that was one of the craziest answers to a question I've ever seen.
That, and this is the last season of Survivor my dad will see.
Rizzo comes back. Everybody's ecstatic that he has the supplies. He shares he really goes in depth with the his life story. He sort of dumps that on everybody in the moment. He explains his parents, him, all this stuff. I don't know why I wrote this down. I'm guessing he says this, but he says the RIZGOD has stamped himself into herstory. He doesn't say herstory. I'm guessing he said history, but
he meant herstory.
He meant herstory. We go back to the Keela tribe, where Alex now comes back and has nothing to show for it. They're not really mad at him, but they're like, we can't really do anything since we don't have anything.
Yeah.
Jake says that he wants to work with Alex and Sophie and to build a strong trio from that. And he sort of reveals in this moment that he is leaving the birth of his first son to be here. And to, quote, make some money. Maybe have you thought about getting a real job? Have you thought about doing that? Maybe.
I'm gonna reserve my judgment because maybe his wife was this supportive of it.
I mean, it sounds like she was. Jake was like, she told me to come out here to live my dream.
I just like, I had a very different reaction than it sounds like some of his tribe mates did, where they were like,
Right.
wow, he's really dedicated. Like, he's gonna miss it. Like, this is a green flag. Where I see that as like,
Right.
whoa. Like,
I would've been
maybe
like,
I
this
don't
man
want this.
has
This man is willing to do anything to be here.
anything. Right. No, I agree with you. That's how I would have taken that. I would have been like, he left the birth of his son,
His firstborn child.
child.
I would have been
to
like,
be
let's.
here.
Ooh,
Simmer
no
down.
thanks.
It's kind of like the opposite. It's like a similar storyline to David if you think about it, but also not the same at all. But you know, like it gives David
Yeah.
vibes. You know what I mean?
And-
like I got him saying that. I was like, no, it's
Yes.
giving David energy.
He does give David energy. And that's
He's the
not.
Canadian version of David.
Huh?
He's the Canadian version of David.
Oh, yeah, well, they're both strong. Too.
You're so right. No, you're so right for that. Thank you for pointing that out because I don't know if I would have observed that. So thank you for that. We go back to the Hina tribe. We're hopping back and forth. Hina, and we hear from Matt, the old man on the tribe.
Why does he have to be such a boomer? Like, immediately.
Right. The
On
energy
top
and,
of
like,
his answers in the Entertainment Weekly article, like,
right.
I've heard and seen enough.
Matt is pointing out that, okay, other people might be here for other things, but he was like, I am very clearly put on this tribe. Obviously, I'm the oldest, but I'm on this tribe as sort of the survivalist. And I sort of need my tribe to realize and understand that I am here to keep us alive.
Yeah.
Comes from a moment because they try to make the flint, or they try to make the fire, and Christina like tries and is unable to do it. And then Steven is like, Matt, I see you over there, like you really want to like get in on this, and he does it in like 2 strokes. Like he lights that fire. So he's like, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be the survivalist, and they just need to trust in my abilities to do that.
Like, we get it. You were a Boy Scout 50,000 years ago. Like, okay.
Oh, wow. And clip that. And then there's some commercial breaks in between all of this. Mm-hmm. Trust that's how the fluidity of what's going on here. We hop back to the Kile tribe the next morning. Jake is a shoe bandit.
Okay, this is the moment where I kind of was like, no, I kind of love the vision of this. I think coming off of Russell hiding things around camp on Heroes versus Villains, which is like my one redeeming thing about Russell, I sort of like when people get up to a little bit of mischief, a little chaos.
I'm gonna have to push back a little bit on that. I don't know. I'm like, oh my god, why another white man gaslighting women?
Okay, true. And if I was on that tribe and he hid my stuff, I'd be like, you're done.
But if it was you, yeah. How would we tell that story? Thank you very much. No, it's just, you're right. Okay, I can agree with you that a little bit of mischief is fun, but I'm just like, oh my god, get out of my business. I don't know what to tell you. Like, leave me alone. Like, don't touch my shoes. And then to try to gaslight Nicole. Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I got over there. Leave me alone. And, okay, we'll get into it. Nicole obviously ends up getting voted out. Come to find out from her press that she feels like Jake had it out for her since day one. That he was specifically targeting her because of who she was.
I don't want to say that. I'm not going to make any accusations, but I see where she's coming from.
And so, I think we see from the trailer for next episode after like the end of this one that it sounds like the shoe bandit strikes again. Okay. So maybe it does become a reoccurring theme. But it does sound like he's kind of I don't know, at least from Nicole's perspective, which is obviously going to be a biased perspective because that's her version of what happened.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she felt very targeted by Jake. Like Jake never wanted to give her a chance in the first place.
I will say I felt that watching it. Like, we'll obviously get there down the line when they're talking about who to vote out that night. But I like what he was saying about Nicole. Like, I was like, this feels gross.
Right.
So I see what Nicole's saying.
Annie is also isolating herself on this tribe. She's sort of the core four, I guess. Well, Jeremiah, Nicole, Jake, and Sophia are like, hey, come get water with us. And she's like, no, I'm going to go get bamboo. And they're like, ooh, don't love that.
Like, why would you do that?
Right. Like,
sorry,
girl,
Survivor 101. Don't go off on the woods by yourself on the first day.
Literally. And then we cut to Alex. The four of them are like, oh, Annie might be an easy sort of first boot. She's not vibing with us. Cut to Alex, who runs up behind Annie as she's walking away. And he's like, I want to work with you. He's like, I don't think that people would suspect us working together. And he says, you're the type of people that I love in my life. They're just like you. And he's like, don't call me old. Basically, he's like, don't say that I'm a mother or that I'm old. Like, I don't want that.
and
Alex is but he's basically like, well, that's what you are. And that's what, like, you remind me of the old women in my life.
Yes,
basically.
and he was like, no, but like, there are people in my life that are just sort of like you. I'm like, no, stop.
No, it's just not really adding up, unfortunately. We hop back over to the Umi tribe, and this is sort of where we can get into Shannon a little bit. This is the moment where Shannon is a yogi. She's leading them in breathing in the morning. And to quote Savannah says, I'm not into all the woo-woo breathwork stuff.
Me.
All the woo-woo breathwork stuff. It's giving Nicole Paige Brooks from the most recent season of Drag Race All-Stars. She'd be like the rah-rah drag. Everybody's the rah-rah. The woo-woo breathing stuff.
I don't have a problem with like yoga or things like that. You know, all that sort of like energy centering. The whole like just being so serious about like thanking the ocean, wanting respect from the ocean and for the ocean, all of that. I was just like, I just like am too silly for this because like I cannot be that serious about things like that.
No, yeah.
Like I would be laughing.
I would be too. It's I wouldn't, like, I'd have a hard time because obviously, like, you have to participate if it's a group participation thing.
Yeah,
you don't want to be the only one not doing it. But I'd be sitting there and I'd be closing my eyes and I'd be thinking about a 10-piece bone-in from Wingstop. I'd be like, ooh, when I get home, give me half hot honey, half garlic parm, give me some ranch. Ooh.
I'd be sitting there going, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh.
I just can't take it seriously, and I'm sorry. I know it's very serious for a lot of people. Unfortunately, not for us. And I think Savannah calls it out very well that Shannon is putting on a front. She's very into the game. Mm-hmm. You can tell the energy that this thing is. Shannon's trying to build sort of a cult following around her. You know, she can build up this yogi.
Wait. I think my problem is that she is coach.
No, ultimately, yes.
I think I'm just sort of putting the pieces together.
Ultimately, yes, she's like coach. Yes.
Yeah.
It's giving coach in South Pacific. She's trying to build up her little thing around her, her spirituality, base everything in that. But ultimately, you are playing the game and you are going to lie and manipulate, and you can't blame the earth on that. Baby, you can't blame the wind for you lying.
To clarify, I do believe we should respect the ocean and all of that.
No, right.
But I'm not necessarily going to ask the ocean to respect me in return.
Right. And trust she doesn't. She told me, unfortunately. So.
Oh.
We're friends like that.
Well, which one told you that?
Well, the ocean actually. Well, the one closest to me. We actually we have a podcast, so and we don't have any issues when we record. So.
Oh, you in the ocean? She doesn't sort of like fry equipment or anything.
No.
Get things wet.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. So Shannon, I think ultimately, like, she's building a cult following around her.
Yeah.
And hey, if it works, I can respect the hustle.
And people are respecting her. It's crazy.
You need to be able to back it up. That's all I'm saying. Like, if that's ultimately like how you're gonna portray yourself, I need you, if you make it to Final Tribal Council and say, hey, I sort of built this cult following around myself in hopes that it would bring me far in the game, you know?
You know what? I kind of love that. Go on Survivor, get to the end by starting a cult. I almost wish that
if Coach had done that in South Pacific, he probably would have won. If he was like, I came into this game looking to make a cult, and I did, and y'all voted with me no matter what, and I got here and you're not, they probably would have voted for him.
I feel like I would have had such. Imagine if Joe last season was like, my whole thing was I wanted to start a positivity cult, a loyalty cult, but I don't like that was my goal was to do that, and these idiots followed me. I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't respect your game.
Right. Like it.
Maybe that's if I ever go on Survivor and they ask me how I want to play in my pre-season interviews. Start a cult. Day one.
I want to basically start a cult around me that of people who are obsessed with me.
Yeah.
Honestly, and the only other person, Shannon does it. Who else can do it on this season? Jeremiah. Ooh, Jeremiah can gather. I know he's gonna be able to gather the people. That's all I'm saying. We'll get there when we get there. The rival cults. Trust. I see the vision.
That would be crazy.
Shannon wants to build a powerful alliance. She specifically wants to build something with Joanne and Savannah, and they are this. They're looking. The three of them are looking to build a power four, and so they need to figure out how they're going to fill that third spot. Mm-hmm. We will get back. We'll get back to this. Trust and believe. Steven is wanting to form connections. He talks to Matt, and he says, "Hey, I like you." And Matt's initial response to that is, "I have that effect on people." Ooh, it stank. Ooh.
Sorry, who does he have this effect on?
Yeah, I'd like to know. Give me a list.
Name 3.
Name 3 songs. Name 3 people. Like, name 3 times. I don't know what to tell you. Steven then takes his energy and goes up to Jason and is like, we have a strong bond. And Jason's like, I like you. Hopefully, you know, we can work together. Mm-hmm. And Jason then goes to confessional and is like, I hope Steven's not saying this to everyone. Sort of cut to Steven, like, going to everybody being like, hey.
I love a moment like that.
Us. But this is not, it's not coming from a place of Steven sort of wanting to be a strategic mastermind. He is in fact very paranoid. And he's sort of worrying himself about the fact that other people are having conversations without him. It's scaring him. Mm-hmm. That he doesn't know what everybody's saying 100% of the time. Mm-hmm. Steven is like, before they've even gone to their first challenge, Steven's like, okay, well, who are you feeling? Like, if we, like, tribal. And Matt's like, it's kind of early for all of this. Which I agree. Like, it is kind of like, obviously, yes, get your strategic footing out there, make those connections, because making connections pre-tribal is so important.
Yeah.
But you can't expect everybody to want to be at the same level as you at this early stage.
Like, let's not play too hard right off the bat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, we're hopping back over to the Kila tribe. Mm-hmm. Girl, I'm sort of losing it here a little bit, y'all. Oh, God. Bromance season, everybody. Yeah. Alex and Jake are a bromance. Jake says, Alex is like me, the half-black me that lives in the States.
I did sort of have what was that?
I said, wait, say that one more time, and say it out slowly so you hear it from your own mouth, too. Because what?
I also have to say, it feels like Jake is more in love with Alex than Alex is in love with Jake.
Right. And hey, to each their own. Jeremiah points out the fact that he connects the bromance to different gay couples. He's like, oh, you know, gay couples kind of look like each other, and you guys kind of look like each other. You guys are kind of giving bears. Oh. Jeremiah, don't gag them like that.
I know.
Don't gag them like
Jeremiah
that.
reading them like that. I love
reading to Phil. The reading challenge is until next week.
Yeah. Too soon.
We didn't get too soon. We didn't get another confessional from Jeremiah, and mind you, I've spelled Jeremiah about 8 different ways in my notes. I don't know how to spell Jeremiah, and I can be brave in saying that. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't need to know.
Jeriah.
I don't need to know. I don't.
Call him Jerry.
I'll call him Jeremiah. Just Jeremiah know that I've spelled. It's giving. I'm playing the traitors, and I'm casting votes against you at the table. It's going to be a different spelling every time.
Oh, if I were on any show, I would spell names wrong because I think it's funny.
Interesting. That's an interesting. My perspective on you has changed as a person fundamentally. Jeremiah walks up to the alpha males. We get a confessional from him, and he's like, I want to work with the alpha males because I would love to use them as meat shields, which I think is a good ploy. Mm-hmm. He walks up to sort of one of my favorite moments. Again, another favorite moment from the episode from Jeremiah. Approaches Jake, Jeremiah does, and asks Jake, sort of, the wording was not great. he was like, Jake, would you like work with a gay man? Like, do you think people would think you'd work with a gay man? Jake quickly defends himself and is like, basically says, I'm not homophobic. Like, I'll work with you. I don't hate gay people. I'll work with you.
I just have so many questions about Jake.
Me too.
Getting like mixed messages.
I know. The defensiveness at first, I was like, but he really was like, I don't hate gay people. I never said you hated gay people. I don't know where that came from. Calm down. I'm not the police.
We're not going to talk about how you sort of been acting towards Nicole.
Who is also a gay person, mind you.
Jeremiah's like, I just wanted to like check on some things.
Jeremiah says, no, Jake says, oh no, I do like gay people, but only gay men, because women are under me.
Not that one.
Not that one. Only the gay men. Jeremiah basically corrects him in this moment. It's like, no, I'm not calling you homophobic. I'm just asking you if you want to work with me in like a secret alliance. And Jake's like, oh, yeah. Obviously, that's what you meant.
Oh, Jake.
Jake says, yeah, for sure. Let's work. Me and Alex, obviously. Which, again, another red flag. The quickness in which Jake is like, me and Alex, obviously.
Yeah.
Girl, it should not be that obvious. Me and Alex, obviously. And then Jeremiah's like, oh yeah, me and Sophie. And Jake's like, that's a great 4. Jeremiah then tells Sophie this, and obviously Sophie is happy with this because this is already, she is in the core of this 4 alliance, right? Her and Alex and Jake have this core 3 within the 4, and Jeremiah feels like him and Sophie are number 1s for each other. So it's kind of working out perfectly for her in this situation. The Umi tribe back again. Y'all, it's just a lot of back and forth.
It is. I mean, especially in the beginning when there's so many people.
I know. They're trying to get us to know everybody, figure out the dynamics early on.
Yes.
We're back in the Umi tribe, and Nate knows that this tribe sees him as old, which scares him, which I think is a valid concern. And again, with the perception, I like people who can perceive how others, it's an important part of the game. He knows that people see him as old, which is unfortunately a liability in this game, especially when you don't have any other older people on your tribe. He says that the best teams in life are formed with different people, and that's what he wants to put together. Nate approaches Savannah and is like, hey, we should make an alliance, and says him, her, Rizzo, and Shannon should work together, which Sav lives for. She really likes that group, and it seems like her and Shannon are being put in a powerful position to make decisions this season, which, again, is a really good thing to have early on. But mind you, Shannon, Jawan, and Savannah were also sort of supposed to have this 3 thing and figure out who they were going to make their 4th. There is now this moment where Jawan is trying to make fire, and he's been practicing at home for years to make fire, and he finally comes out to Survivor, and he can't do it. And it's very frustrating for him, unfortunately. Savannah is sort of an overseer of this moment, and Jawan doesn't necessarily get, like, upset. Like, he doesn't have an outburst, but he walks away feeling emotional about the situation. And that is sort of a red flag for Savannah. She says, the emotion level at just not being able to make fire is a little concerning for me.
I love her. She feels
too.
very, like, no nonsense. Let's get down to business. I, too, play devil's advocate for Jawan a little bit. Like, I think I would struggle, too, if I had been sort of practicing how to make fire. Right. And then maybe you're feeling a little bit homesick, a little bit overwhelmed in the situation.
Right.
And he very much was, like, trying to just have a private moment. And, like, not make it a problem.
No, he very clearly was like, I'm just going to walk away from this. Think of, like, Sydney from Survivor 41, who had a very major outburst at the fact that she was not able to make fire.
Yes.
Like, threw the flint and was like, I can't fucking do this, and, like, walked away.
Yeah.
Jawan was very just like, I'm going to step away for a second.
So for Savannah to, like, be like, red flag right there, I was like, oh, poor Jawan. Like, what can he do?
The fact that he controlled his emotions.
Yeah.
You got me feeling emotion.
Also, I don't know if you're going to bring it up, but Nate and his rad dad socks that he seemed a little bit annoyed about.
Right.
He was talking about, like, those are what we're pinning him as a dad. That man showed up on the beach with toe shoes.
I know, when they cut to him cutting the coconut, and the coconut was in between the toe shoes, I was like, girl.
It's not the socks, buddy. It's sort of your
There are
entire vibe. You brought those shoes with you.
Right. It's sort of the little grays in your beard, the fact that you're bald. Hey, and my dad is bald too. It happens.
It does.
Go to the immunity challenge. Hina comes in and they are hyping themselves up. They are chanting their names, setting the tone. I think this is okay.
Like
maybe
bleach
cringy,
and tone.
Bleach and tone. Like maybe cringy. Maybe the girls. Maybe the other tribe is like, oh, this tribe. But I'm like, kind of a good to boost yourselves up. Like you want to be like, we got this. We got this. Go in with a good mentality.
I kind
Pick it up
of
from
love
Rizgod.
it.
I do too. I love the hyping yourself up. I do think it's a little cringy, but I'm like, no, I get the point.
But it wouldn't be
Okay, but
cringy.
imagine
Imagine if everyone came in doing it. Then it's not cringy.
Okay. I don't know why you're yelling at me about it. I don't know why you're yelling at me. I'm not the police. I can imagine though. Imagine it's dead silent and there's about 100 cameras on you, and you're the last to come in, and you're just going, like at that point, like hundreds of people, crew members are watching you do that, and in silence.
You know what? That's fair.
Okay, I'm painting the full picture. That's all I do.
We need to get Shaheen back out here just for the sort of vocals.
Right. And I heard that's what they're having him do for Survivor 50. I was watching again multiple second time it's being brought up. This would have been anyway. Liz in her Survivor 50 Files video on RHAP talked about how she reapplied for Survivor in hopes that she could get cast on Survivor 50 as an Applebee's waitress.
Ooh.
Can you imagine? Q goes to the Applebee's reward on Survivor 50 and it's Liz. Liz is there serving.
It's like a nightmare. It's like, hi.
Nightmare scenario.
I've been waiting for you.
Q's like, somebody sedate me. Q's like, am I on drugs right now? What is going on? Why is Liz here? Why is rumored billionaire Liz here at the Applebee's?
Guess what? She actually owns Applebee's.
She actually owns the local chain in Fiji.
She's actually Liz Applebee's.
Liz, famously, that the family that made Applebee's. The immunity. Okay, let's get to the immunity challenge. It's another pair challenge. Did you watch the Survivor influencer episode?
No,
I did. It was fine.
I saw
It was
clips on.
It was only.
Instagram.
I thought it was going to be a whole Survivor mini where they all voted each other out. It was in fact just one cycle. They went there. They built the shelter. There was an advantage for them to find. They did this immunity challenge. And then they, and then they voted one person out, and then it was over.
Oh, I thought it was gonna, be like a mini thing.
No, it was just that. Which I'm like, okay, it's still cool. I'm obviously I only.
I would love to
Monet
be signed up to go
Exchange.
next. Actually,
Baby, we're gonna need about 10,000 more followers, and then we'll talk. Okay. They went. This was the immunity challenge that they did though, and then they had people from the Dream Team do it because they didn't have enough influencers to like be able to run the challenge. So they had the Dream Team run the challenge with them, which is really weird because it was like randos.
Normally you're
obviously they're not
faceless.
randos, but right. Normally you're faceless, and I don't like. Yeah. So, what is the immunity challenge? You might be asking. Multiple pairs at a time, from each tribe run through a rope tunnel through a muddy pit. Then they have to go to the jungle to untie a 200-pound snake from a sort of rope thing. They have to bring the snake back. Once all three snakes are back, they can use a ball to complete a windy snake ball maze. First two tribes to win will win immunity and reward. The first tribe who wins will get a big shelter building kit, and the second will win a smaller shelter building. Break it down. And that'd be me if I was a beatboxer. And they're a smaller one. And they're also playing for Flint to keep their Flint orb in Kelly's. There's like a fly in my room and it's kind of pissing me off. Like death to flies. Death to all of them. First to Akile is still trying to earn their Flint, unfortunately.
If only they had Boy Scout Matt on their tribe to start them a
You're
fire.
really on Matt's neck this week. We're only week 1.
Okay.
What do you do when they go to tribal and he's not voted out?
I'm gonna be upset.
And your little winner pick is voted out, then what?
Oh, let's not sort of put that in there.
Nicole, so we start the challenge. Nicole and Jeremiah, Keeley had a lead at one point, but Nicole and Jeremiah lose that lead sort of badly. At one point throughout, they're going back through the rope tunnel, and Nicole isn't even carrying the snake. Jeremiah is the only one sort of pulling the snake through, which is not great. Live reaction. I don't know. So I sort of wrote live reaction. Like, all of these notes are not my live reaction to the things that are happening on the episode. So I don't know why I had to emphasize. I just sort of was shocked in the moment of Nicole jet streaming water into Jeremiah's eyes.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that can't be
crazy.
good. The mud mixed with backwash of dirty water in your eyes can't be
I would have been
great.
like, I would have had a, like, I would not have had a great reaction to that if that had happened to me.
I would have started fist fighting you, no shade. I would have allegedly in her post game confessional with Mike Bloom this morning, Nicole said that Jeremiah, though it didn't make the edit, Jeremiah asked her to do that.
Okay. You know what? And I will say his reaction, he basically had no reaction to it. So I was
Right.
like, okay, that makes sense.
Imagine
he
starts
didn't.
to speak. Imagine he was like, and I didn't know what to say. Girl just spit water in my eyes. My mouth was open a little bit. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
He said, and do it again.
He said, okay, down here. So it was quite interesting. That kind of really caught me off guard. And that it was not even the first time we're going to get sort of projectiling out of Nicole's mouth this episode. Wait till we get there. Hina is the first to finish the maze. They're the first to get to the maze. They end up finishing it first, but it was a pretty even fight throughout this whole maze portion. Mm-hmm. Keela was really close, but I'm sorry, Nicole. There was 3 people on the maze, but they dropped the ball. And
horrible communication.
On
everyone's account.
Umi sneaks in thanks to our yogi Shannon. She is sort of the leader of this and wins their immunity. And Keela is going to tribal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're losing a diva today. Mm-hmm. So, do you have any other thoughts on the challenge?
I like this challenge, I gotta say.
I really like that puzzle at the end.
Uh-huh.
No, I like the whole challenge.
I like the giant
whole
snakes.
Just in general.
I thought
I
that
do
was
as well.
fun.
I can't imagine a 200-pound snake, but it's different. Like, a condensed 200 pounds is much easier than a long 200 pounds.
And getting it through the little
I know.
rope stuff. Yeah. I liked it. It felt very just like classic good Survivor.
Right. So we end this episode back with the Keela tribe. We're going to stick with them here as they're trying to figure out who is going to be the first to go home. Mm-hmm. They come back from the challenge, and it's a very clearly just like a waiting game. They are trying to see who's going to be the first to bite, what's going to be the first thing to happen. Mm-hmm. Jake immediately in his confessional is like, we need to boot a weak person tonight. He's leaning Nicole because of her lack of athleticism.
Yeah.
Him and Alex talk about that, and they decide that they're going to work to make Nicole feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sad.
I am too. It sounds very clearly like Jake had a vendetta against Nicole the whole time.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it takes just like one thing on Survivor, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, can I blame him? No, but am I happy with him? Also, no. You know what I mean? Like, Jake just happened to be the first person to be like, I want this to happen, you know?
I wish it could have gone a little bit different for Nicole in the challenge. Like, maybe I think post that, like, the communication breakdown at the end, like, that felt very not great. And then also, like, when, there were moments when Nicole wasn't even holding the snake. It's like, well, he's not wrong that she wasn't contributing a ton.
I lost all hope today.
But I want to say Annie also isn't particularly helpful.
If I had Annie right here in front of me after that like challenge performance, I'd be like, Annie, are you okay?
Yeah.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay?
Yeah.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? And then I'd look at the person next to me and I go, girl, she been hit by No, she was struck by a smooth criminal. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
I just stole that joke from Family Guy. Sorry.
I've never watched Family Guy.
Did you understand anything at all? What I just
No,
said?
I actually didn't. But I was going to sort of nod along.
So that's going to go to me a Michael Jackson song.
I know the Smooth Criminal.
Annie, are you okay? Are you
Is
okay, Annie?
Is Annie part of it? We have to move on.
Have you never heard the song before? We only have to move on because you don't get the reference I'm making. You're trying to cover it up.
Not because we're an hour and a half in and I have to edit? And we're not at the end?
Don't try to make me feel bad.
No, I'm not. No, I do not. I don't personally listen to Michael Jackson on the reg.
Got it. And you know what? That's heard.
Mm-hmm.
That is sort of one of his most famous songs. Have you ever watched Glee?
Only on like the end of... I don't remember if I'm on season 2 or 3. I was thinking about getting back into it, though.
Got it. Well, the cover of Smooth Criminal in Glee is noted as one of the best covers of Glee. So maybe once you get to that point, you'll sort of understand it a little bit more.
Okay.
But we have to move on, right? We have to move on. So...
What, you want to spend all day, all night doing this? You know what? Actually, rip that mic cord out. Let's start it from the top.
I lost all hope today. Oh my god, and now my camera's fighting back. My camera said, shut up! God damn. Okay, y'all, we're gonna power through. We're gonna keep going. Hopefully she'll come back to us. So, Nicole is an investigator. And I think you had a question about this in sort of her you're like, what does a money investigator do? And she is like, I investigate fraud and people who are trying to be fraudulent.
It's giving very... What if Nicole is the one who discovered that Jen Shaw was sort of...
And that's a lot of your lore, and I love that for you. I love that. I hope those pieces fall together for you. She's from Utah. Nicole is.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is. Her and Matt, they're both from Utah. Because we had that whole thing, remember, in the cast assessment, where we were like, oh my god, I can't believe they'd cast 2 people from Utah.
I think you're gaslighting me.
Girl, what? She's from Utah. I don't think she's from Salt Lake, but I'm sure that they have some sort of, like, federal investigation, like, bureau or something.
No. No. Were you being serious?
Yes, fully. We had a whole conversation about it last episode. Oh, I'm just silly and want to gaslight you. I'm sorry. Is that a crime? Is that a crime? It's not a money laundering crime, so she can't do anything about it. So Nicole is trying to use her investigation. Nicole, I was gaslighting Maddie. Nicole is not from Utah. She's from Pennsylvania, people.
Philly.
She's from New York City, I believe.
Well, that's Long sort of Island. Where Nicole's from, hometown, but currently resides in Philly.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah. What?
Girl, I pulled that out of my butt. I didn't even know
well,
that was true.
You might have been thinking of we were like, oh, there's a Philly girlfriend.
Right. So, Nicole is using her investigation skills, and trying to figure out whether or not she needs to play her shot in the dark. She's trying to figure out if people are lying to her or not. Mm-hmm. She's sort of talking to Sophie, and she's sitting there, and she goes, I'm about to be sick. I actually could throw it.
I don't say it. I can't even talk. I'm not joking. I really struggle with... It's actually gonna make me gag. I can't talk about it. I really can't. I can't do it.
Okay, turn your volume down while I say it, and then I'll put a thumbs up after I'm done saying it. How about that?
I can listen. It's fine. I can't.
Right. But suddenly you want the tea. Suddenly you want to be part of the conversation.
I can't be a part of this.
So, Nicole says that she's going to be sick, and then it literally sort of puts her hand up. Wait, are you listening to me talk? She literally puts her...
Stop! I can't... What? It is one of my biggest problems.
She projectile vomits, but not like a little hold back, not a little, like, a full...
Stop.
You can see the puke spew out from behind her hand.
Frank's coming. He's like, what is wrong?
You can see the puke come out from behind her hand, and then she bends over and more shoots out. It's Pitch Perfect style. I'm sorry, but it is.
Like, could we not have like a trigger warning or something? Like, it was
No,
so fast.
the way that it was so fast, I was not even, it gagged me, gagged me. I literally,
that is
I wasn't
something I struggle with
expecting
so
it.
bad.
I know, it gagged me really bad. And it gagged her too, and that's why she threw up. I literally was like, projectile vomit. Again, so another note from Nicole. She says either that was out of context. I don't think that happened right in that moment. It sounds like that had happened either in the morning or in that moment before tribal. She had took a vitamin on an empty stomach, and that's what made her feel nauseous and sick. It was not in the sense of going to tribal. So it sounds like that may have happened in the morning.
They were like, this is your one episode. We're going to make this a little more interesting.
Right. So it sounds like that was not the context of her throwing up like that. It sounds like it must have been, assuming it happened in the morning, but she projectile vomits, which is insane. And they're pretty convinced the four being Jeremiah, Sophie, Alex, and Jake are sure that Nicole is going home. The four of them, now stay with me here. I'm just gonna go with what happens. Mm-hmm. The four of them go up to Annie and say, Annie, we are voting out Nicole tonight. She thinks the vote is on you, however, so Nicole might write your name down. Annie, which I think smartly, does not like this. She just like, well, if we, again, this is fully smart. She's like, if we go back to tribal next round, I'm now
Chat,
very
I'm cooked.
clearly, chat, I'm cooked. I'm very clearly the person on the bottom of this tribe, which is smart and intuitive, and I think is good to want to step away from that. However, Annie doesn't really know the full effects of the lines of what this tribe looks like. Mm-hmm. Annie pulls Sophie aside and is like, hey, you, me, and Jeremiah should drop the two boys after tonight and vote either Alex or Jake out if we go back to tribal. We don't want the boys running this thing. Mm-hmm. Sophie is a little concerned because she didn't realize Annie was playing this hard. So Sophie then goes back up to her other the three boys, and's like, hey, you guys need to know that Annie wants to go after you if we go back to tribal after this. And Jake immediately 180s his view on who should go home tonight. He's like, we need to vote out Annie. Which, again, I think smartly, and another smart move that it's like, okay, Nicole has not said that she wants to go after you. Annie has now put out into the universe that she specifically wants to go after you, Jake.
I cannot believe that they didn't vote Annie after this.
It is quite gaggy.
I don't think Annie was particularly contributing in challenges. No. And she is actively plotting against you.
This only means one thing. We are going to have a real mother quake incoming with Annie. I just feel something is going to happen. When Sophie tells Jake and Alex that Annie's going after them, this is a little concerning to Alex, who obviously does not like hearing that his name was thrown out by Annie, somebody he just tried building like a final two with. Mm-hmm. And so now he's like, dang, do I have to jump ship from this alliance that I built? I really don't want to do that because I do value Annie. And then we're sent off to tribal council wondering, is the four going to flip their votes on Annie, or is it going to go on to Nicole? Mm-hmm. Any thoughts before tribal?
I'm just like, I had a hard time with this whole section. Was just like gross. Like it was just a hard watch. No, before tribal.
Oh, like the pre-tribal.
Yeah, but I loved going into tribal. Oh my gosh, that shipwreck. But here's my thing.
What's your thing?
If we don't have good rewards this season, or sort of like any other substance where that money could have gone, like right. I don't need the tribal council set to be the most gaggy thing out there. And this sort of looked like a lot of money was spent on it. And as much as I appreciate that, and I think it looks stunning, I know that maybe the purse strings, I feel like the purse strings could have maybe been tightened up on that.
Rob Sesternino famously, I think after like reflecting on the new era, he was like, my red flag of the new era is that I don't need a different tribal council set every single season. If that's where all of your money is going, put the money somewhere else. I don't give a fuck what the final what the tribal council looks like.
It would be different if the theme was more integrated into the season, into everything. But it feels like this is such a huge cost. It has to be for the theming to sort of fall flat in like the more like day-to-day operations of the game. and like
Right.
the pieces there. Like, I don't need the big flashy moments just at tribal or like and things like that. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get it, and I agree. Before they even like get going, Jeremiah's leg is visibly shaking. He says that he feel like growing up, he felt like it was a dream to be here, but now he feels like he's living a nightmare. He
I
is
think that's
stressed
how
out.
I would feel.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, I really did want to come here, but now I'm here, and I'm like, wow, I don't want to be here at all.
Do you think
No, say it.
what was her name? Hannah. She's like, well, I sort of want nicotine in a bed to sleep
Right.
in.
Right.
Imagine
And
he's like,
hey,
I actually quit.
I actually can't do this. I actually don't think I belong here. Have you seen that America's Next Top Model?
Yes, yes. I don't think I'm right for this.
I don't think I'm right for this. I don't think this is for me. Jake talks about strangers turning into a family and they love each other. And Jeff says, I don't believe that, Bull. I don't believe that for a second, because y'all are about to vote somebody off.
Yeah.
We have metaphor 1 of the night. Sophie says that Survivor is like speed dating, and she doesn't want to have to pick sides. She doesn't want to be a side chick. Metaphor 1 for the night, everybody. Jake makes a comment. We have the 2 most contagious laughs on one tribe. Christina pushes back against that. Christina said, wait till you hear me. This, you can feel the energy. This is a very kumbaya moment that they're having here. And Jeff, I think, well enough, maybe he saw the reception of what was happening for 48. I think most of 48 had probably aired at this point, so maybe he saw the vibes. People were not liking the kumbaya stuff. And Jeff says, if you've never watched Survivor before, and this is the first time you're watching, and you dropped in on this specific tribal council, you would not believe that these people are about to vote somebody off.
Yeah.
Which is agree. Like, it's hard to connect at that point, you know? Like, they very clearly are putting up front. Metaphor number 2 from the night from Sophie says that there's a leaky bucket, and you can't drive the boat with a leaky... You can't drive a leaky boat to the end of the game, Jeff. I think I'm going to try to keep back. At least I'll keep track on my notes.
I think you should.
I think
Can you be our metaphor counter?
I think only at Tribal Council. I think
Yeah,
I think for the whole episodes are going to be too much. But I think I'll do a metaphor counter for our Tribal Council sessions here.
Okay.
Jeremiah is doing a lot with his answers here. Jeremiah is basically calling out the fact that there's a majority. Whoever goes home tonight is not included on the majority, and I think by facto on this is now implying that the one person there is somebody who's not included on the majority because they are who ends up going home thinks is going home. You know what I mean? He's doing a lot, and this was kind of a messy answer. I was like, you're doing a lot of spilling here. They call out that there is 2 people that are up there, which implies that there's a 4, right?
Yeah.
That there's clearly 2 people that could be going home tonight.
Which is so crazy to say.
It is crazy.
Like, because
you still have to live with this.
Yeah, going back
person.
with Annie.
Right. And that's why I'm like, Mother Quake incoming. Something crazy is about to happen. This scares Nicole, this answer, and so she like looks at Alex and is like, are we good? And Alex is like, we're good. And then we vote. Nobody plays their shot in the dark, and Nicole is blindsided on her way out. Our first vote of the season is a blindside. Nicole did not expect to be going home tonight. She thought it was going to be Annie. It's literally crickets on the way out. Nobody says anything. She doesn't say anything. Jeff doesn't even have any parting words to say to the tribe. Nicole walks off and Jeff says, grab your torches, head back to camp. Good night. And that's it.
Yeah.
It's crickets. And
It's
again,
uncomfy.
It's uncomfy, but I think on purpose. Nicole, again, in some of her her interviews that she did this afternoon, she was like, I had nothing to say to them. They literally just voted me out. Why would I want to say goodbye to them? They lied to me.
And I've known them for hours.
Jake had a vendetta against me. Like, why would I say goodbye to them and hug them? I'm mad at them. Like, they ruined this experience for me.
Yeah.
So, hey, Nicole, I stand with you, and I agree with that. I agree with that sound reasoning.
I agree. I would be better, too.
I would be, too. It was a 5-1 vote. Annie, Sophie, Jeremiah, Jake, and Alex all voted for Nicole, and Nicole voted for Annie.
Yeah.
I think on reflection, the last thing I personally have to say about this episode, it was a great episode. I liked it. We had barely any talk about idols, about advantages. Nobody lost a vote. There was nothing, nothing was, put up for whatever.
Yeah.
Very advantage-free episode here.
It was so nice.
It was nice.
I love that the only time it even came up, I don't even think anyone explicitly said of like what Annie could be up to. Like when she was off alone.
Yeah,
they were just like, oh, we know what that means.
Right. And I liked it. Hopefully it's pretty smooth sailing.
Let's sort of keep this energy.
Crazy. I know. Let's keep this energy. The good vibes going. Yeah. Do you have anything else to share?
I just really liked
this long
it.
episode recap.
I'm so glad we got to have this moment. And I really like this episode. I'm so excited for next week.
Me too.
And maybe we'll get to record it again twice.
Maybe. Hey, who knows? Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel where you are currently viewing this video.
We're coming up on episode 100 pretty soon.
I know. That's going to be gaggy.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for something crazy and exciting. We're going to do a giveaway. The winner of the giveaway is going to win $10,000.
That Riley is going to donate.
Hey, I got the money to spend. Might as well.
Money's burning a hole in your pocket.
It is. I just gotta get rid of it, you guys. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can be part of the giveaway. I'll give more details soon. Trust. I'll get on top of that. You can also follow us on our Instagram and our TikTok at Making Fire Pod. And yeah, we've started our Survivor 49 coverage. It's gonna get juicy, get good.
We're cooking
on the road to Survivor 50. To quote RAZGOD himself, we are cooking, chat. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
I can't wait to see how this turns out. I just want to get smoochies.